I've talked in great depth and detail about weird texting habits of a narcissist. I posted a video long time ago, it got 1 million plus views, and today I am going to talk about 5 weird texting habits of a narcissistic abuse survivor, because the way they treat you changes your ways of communication. It alters how you express yourself, and that is what I'm going to focus on. I am Danish, a narcissistic abuse recovery professional. Welcome to my channel. Before getting started with number 1, here is an important announcement. I'm doing an online intensive workshop on how to heal after narcissistic abuse in 5 practical steps. This workshop will help you understand how narcissistic abuse trauma impacts every aspect of your life. Then it will teach you how to use that understanding to heal and become whole again. If you want to book your spot at an early bird price, stay notified because the booking is going to start within the next 48 hours. Texting habit number 1, sending long paragraphs. As a narcissistic abuse survivor, you send lengthy texts because you have been conditioned to over-explain yourself. You do not want to be misunderstood. That's the reason why you go into the depths of it. You try to make sure that the other person gets you. They know what you actually intend to say. And why do you so desperately try to convey the message? Because the narcissist brainwashed you into believing that your thoughts and emotions were irrational. They always criticized you, judged you, and put you down for expressing your authentic self. And now you have gotten used to this pattern. It's your trauma response. You anxiously respond. You write everything that is in your heart with the hope of making it make sense to them. You cannot let go. You cannot just say 1 or 2 things and think, oh, it's fine, I have just said what I needed to say. No, that gives you panic attacks. I used to do it all the time. I would explain myself on and on, share unnecessary details because I was afraid that if I wouldn't do that, the other person would judge me or they wouldn't get my point. Number 2, you hyper-analyze words, messages. Why? Well, you are used to living in a constant state of hypervigilance. You are hyper alert, always trying to know what's the hidden meaning. Why do you do that? Well, with that narcissist, nothing was clear, nothing was straight. Everything was foggy and convoluted. Hidden meaning, manipulation. It was deceitful. They said one thing but did the other. They said they meant one thing but then later on denying having said it, or having said it in a way they know they said and you remember them saying it. So you overanalyze emojis, punctuations, and the tonality to get the subtle message, the hidden intentions of the person sending that text across. You also overread messages because you want to stay prepared for what may be coming, the bad outcome, the outfall. With that narcissist, it used to happen a lot. You would get a couple of texts or nothing at all, and after that, silent treatment or a big fight would erupt. Your brain is perceiving the same threat in this context with everybody, and you want to know what mood they are in. Are you unsafe? Are you in trouble? Is there going to be a problem? Do you need to do something about it? Do you need to fawn or not? You are not there reading that text objectively, but you are fully immersed in the emotional state the narcissist kept you in 24/7. Texting habit number 3, you reread old messages. Why? In search of closure. You want answers. So you go back to those messages, you read them again and again and again. This stems in cognitive resonance, the inner splitting that happens in a narcissistic relationship, where one part of yours knows you're dealing with a horrible, monstrous person, yet the other part still holds on to hopeless hope, those good memories. So you go back, you look at those pictures, you read those words to get the actual meaning. Initially, you fail to do so, but later on, when you go through the process of delayed realization after leaving that narcissist, after having emotionally divorced them, you are taken aback by reading the same text that back then felt very sweet. Now that you read it, you can feel the bitterness of it. You can read the actual intentions, and you just wake up from some kind of psychological coma. You go like, wow, I get it. This is what he meant. This is what she meant. This is manipulation. This is gaslighting. Why couldn't I recognize it in the first place? Oh my God, how can I be so stupid? You were not stupid, you were spellbound, you were trauma bonded to them. And now that you are free from their narcissistic influence, you have gained clarity. You can see through things. And that is exactly what everybody goes through. Number 4, you obsessively wait for a reply, especially from that narcissist. Why? Well, the anticipation of a response, of a reply from that narcissist brings a temporary sense of relief. It feels like a chance for reconciliation and reconnection. However, this relief is short lived because you know what happens after that. They may give you a tiny, teeny breadcrumb, they may throw it at you, but after that, they tear you apart. You overanalyze their responses, turning them into a great source of anxiety for you. This back and forth, up and down, high and low nature of the narcissist communication gets you trapped in a cycle where you constantly try to make meaning of their unpredictable communication patterns. You wake up with anxiety in your body and you set a high, then you wait, then you wait, then you wait. You feel paralyzed until you get a message from them. It may be nothing, it could be a request, it could be humiliation, it could be anything, but it regulates you somehow. And that is the biggest sign of being trauma bonded. That's how a narcissist trauma bonds you with them, through words, through texts. Number 5, you're quick to respond. You're always there. You stay online. You do not give it a break. Why? Because of the unpredictability of that nature. Whenever they came back to you, that was the last chance to have a relationship with them. And you didn't want to lose it. That was an opportunity for you to keep them in your life, to establish positive control. You didn't want to hurt them, you just wanted something from them. And that's why you were fawning through texting. You were overgiving through texting. You were trying to tell them, I'm here for you. Okay, just tell me, what do I need to do? You send a text, I'm going to send it back. Trying to prove to them that you love them and you will be always present. You will listen and you will hear. That is what they took advantage of, and that's why they ignored you. They knew it's going to give you anxiety. They knew you'll stay online looking at their status, their activity. If they're online, you're going to think, who are they talking to? Why are they taking so long to respond? And why am I not getting any replies from them? They did it intentionally. The problem is all of this has overshadowed your life in general. It becomes your pattern, your way of talking and texting to everybody. And that is what leads to the creation of unrealistic expectations from others. You do not get an instant reply from your friend, you start worrying, you call them and you check in, you ask, are we okay? Are we fine? Do you want to talk about something? Did I do something wrong? You hyperanalyze their words. Let's say your friend is in a hurry, your new partner, and they send a one-worded response. You hyperanalyze what's going on. Does this mean we are breaking up? Does this mean our friendship is gone, destroyed? I must be the cause. How do I fix it? What do I do here? Your friend complains about a tiny, teeny thing. You start over-explaining yourself. You send paragraphs in trying to tell them you're not a bad person, or you made a mistake, and you apologize. And they're like, whoa, it's chill, it's fine, it's just okay, it's a small thing, we all make mistakes. These are your traumagenic texting patterns. Now your question may be, how do I resolve all of this? Well, the solution is living in the present moment intentionally and deliberately. What do I mean by that? Bringing yourself to the present moment instead of catastrophizing and worrying a lot about what might be happening, what they could be doing, or what will happen next. You need to ask yourself, what's happening right now? It's just a word. Maybe I can check in, but how can I come to a conclusion? I'm jumping to a conclusion that this one word means we're done. Maybe this one emoji stands for something else for this person who has sent it. Let me check in, let me see what's going on. Regulation of the nervous system is the key to process trauma while you're getting triggered. If you want to learn more about this, please make sure to join my upcoming workshop, which will be happening in the month of November 16th and 17th. 2-day intensive, and I will talk to you in the next one. Until then, as always, let the healing begin and continue.